Present Thomas the other way. Goes pass out to Carpenter. Left wing. Three up and goes. Switch. Leading by one is Kenny. Goes to work on the drive. In the lane. Forced it up from 6. Good. With one hand. Kenny Carpenter. The Smith came off way too far on the out that time. Carpenter down the lane. The jump stop. Got to Carpenter. Pokes it out to Appleby. Clever play. Appleby back to Carpenter. Three-pointer. Good. From the left. Carpenter in the lane. Jump stop on the right block. Put it up. X with a juggle. Gives to Carpenter. Drives into the lane. Push shot from 4 feet. Switch. Carpenter on the drive. One-handed shot off the window. Behind the shoot as he steers it to the right, pulls up and fires a tough tray on the rim. Team blocked by Carpenter. Grabbed the rebound, but he threw it right to Hairston, who got it ahead to Carpenter, who's going to the back for Appleby. Appleby drives in. Appleby right in the lane, kicks it out. Carpenter pulls the trigger on the triple. 2 seconds. One tosses it up. Has a one.
We saw that the last 2 nights.
Carpenter opens the score. This is a team that knows how to win close games. They've won 6 of their last 7 games that have been decided by 1 possession, including 2 of 3 here in the Horizon League Championship. No fear in the hearts of these Cleveland State Vikings.
Kenny Carpenter's been excellent to this point on both ends of the floor.
We watched him last night virtually shut down the second leading scorer in the nation, Kendrick Nunn. Carpenter right on cue. Pass. Got it off, but it was no good. There's Carpenter. And one for Kenny Carpenter.
He's very good around the basket. Terrific footwork. And if you get stuck on him, yeah, you can step outside and hit that 3.
Arches lead it 4. Carpenter penetrating and connecting.
Weapons you can use. Greg can't be putting in those different offensive sets. I think it's giving him some more confidence.
Marcus Harrison checking in for the first time for the Vikings. 12 to shoot. Carpenter probing. High off the glass. A popular topic of conversation, but still, Wolverines as Big Ten champs, certainly with momentum, now ranked inside the top 10.
And you always wonder what that week or 2 off will do for a team who's playing hot basketball. They just want to get to the tournament, right? They don't want time to cool down. I'm sure John B. Light can find some things to keep the team competitive. Full confidence in him and his staff.
But I mean, there's no way to tell whether that's good or bad. You do get some rest as Carpenter attacks and finishes.
Drew McDonald's always been highly skilled, and now he's a guy playing with full confidence as upperclassmen with that skill set. He's showing it off here tonight. Carpenter through the lane and able to wiggle it. How have they started to compete in this game?
Yeah, I just think it's an energy thing. And we didn't really see Green Bay kick into gear in that first game, which was all Wright State. But you can get energy from the defensive end, and when you get a steal and a dunk, John Brannon called the timeout. He tried to break that momentum. But Cleveland's
10 from the floor.
Can he get you 14 more points? Can he get to 20? Well, that's some work to do.
Carpenter, what could use of a little. Right now, a 2-possession lead for either team would feel big. Carpenter right through Morris, who kind of tried to pull the chair, and Carpenter
Beating on each other.
take all the energy out of him.
That guy can coach.
Carpenter hand checked by Hartfield, and he'll have one of the balls.
The love, he taps it into the corner to Hall. Hall can't find a place to dribble. Now Benziger, a long three, just grazes the front of the iron, and Cleveland State the rebound.
Well, the pass to Loudon that time was too high. Loudon did a good job of just tapping it out.
Here's Word down the baseline, flips the ball back out front to Wright. Right to Carpenter. Carpenter left wide open for three, and he nails it.
Well, they left him. They left him open. It backed off of him, and you know he missed his first 12, I think, on the season. So he's gotten a little bit more proficient here recently. And all you got to do is have some confidence, and you know confidence is a big thing in shooting the basketball.
Gives the Raiders the lead at 13-10 on the tray from Ernsthausen. Carpenter off the dribble, hesitation, goes up with the right hand and puts it in. Nice move by Carpenter.
Another really difficult call because he wasn't clearly in established position. Jalen got him on the move, and you know that's one of those calls could have gone either way. Probably should have gone the other way, but
Carpenter, the leaner off the glass, and Cleveland State playing.
Hales becomes the 11th different Cleveland State player to see the floor in tonight's game. Averages less than a point a game. And that's going to be a foul on Brennan.
Was great.
Carpenter turns the corner in the lane, got the shot to go. He's this roll as long as he can, all the way to half court. Dribble handoff to Carpenter. Goss. Carpenter on the way in, got fouled. Does not get the
Right now for Milwaukee offensively, there's just too many guys standing and watching. There's not a whole lot of action going on away from the basketball, and it makes it that much easier for the defense.
Carpenter
three, didn't shoot it. Now to Prochet. Baseline. He'll step back. A long two on the way. That one no good. Rebound Hairston. Well, back come the Vikings. 3:08 left. 32 apiece. Kenny Carpenter to the bucket. Finger roll good.
That decision. Junior puts the Flashes up 13.
Carpenter over Avery, same spot.
5 turnovers in the second half. Ken has not been able to run away with this one like you think they would. Cleveland State not playing pretty, but playing gritty.
We are halfway through the second half, and the issue still very much in doubt. They move to the bucket. Carpenter.
Sanders to Williams, top of the key for three.
Wright has a huge, good block out right there on Eugene, and he's done that several times in this game.
As rough of a shooting first half as this has been. Cleveland State's within 9.
Well, they're hanging in.
Four points, 9 rebounds for big number 11. Wright State threatening to run away and hide in this Horizon League Championship.
Good intensity in the half court. You can see it. Remember, they play inside the three-point line, so it's hard to drive it. Good example right there.
And guess who?
For threes and jump shots. Cleveland State. Same thing goes for them. Work for a good shot. Go through Appleby. Allow him to set somebody up off the bounce.
Almost on cue. Corner triple is pure. Kenny Carpenter. 5 team fouls. Daniels hasn't scored tonight. Has those 3 personals. Carpenter left open for 3, and it's all net.
That's why you're first team All Horizon League. That's why you're one of the best players in the Midwest. You go out there, you make a play like that. That's what you want if you're John Brown. You're a leader stepping up in big moments.
High double on Thomas. Quick flip. Hairston all over the place. Carpenter matches on the other end.
Feet.
Kenny Carpenter with the dime of the day so far. It's an 8-0 Cleveland State run. And get the moving screen on Youngstown State to try and add to it. Thomas drives. Nowhere to go. Carpenter. Pure. Time. Hartfield just earned 2 points on that drive. Carpenter wants another triple and gets it. First of the bonus, had to look over to the sideline after making it. Maybe heard something, and Hairston one-hands the rebound. Active first half for Jamarcus Hairston. He's got 10 points, 3 rebounds, a block. Leading scorer in the game. Carpenter trying to get close to his teammate, and he surpassed contact but had it knocked away. Here comes Ferguson with the pull at his team. Morse! Oh, that was going to be right on cue. That would have been perfect TV right there.
It would have been. And it was online. It was just a click long.
He is 3 of 13 from the floor. Carpenter steps back against the mismatch against Hayes.
The love, he taps it into the corner to Hall. Hall can't find a place to dribble. Now Benziger, a long three, just grazes the front of the iron, and Cleveland State the rebound.
Well, the pass to Loudon that time was too high. Loudon did a good job of just tapping it out.
Here's Word down the baseline, flips the ball back out front to right. Right to Carpenter. Carpenter left wide open for three, and he nails it.
Well, they left him.
Bit better for IUPUI than Cleveland State.
And Dontel Highsmith not able to rotate fast enough. That's just a great play, great pass, obviously, and Goss with a big finish.
The slip to Claiborne. Good recovery by Goss. Carpenter for three, and Carpenter is on the board.
Go up? Yeah. Thank you. Oh yeah, the shot clock.
Bell, Haas steps into a three.
maybe a little early. When those don't go in, it's a little early. When they do go in, he stepped into it nicely.
It just didn't look like his footwork was his feet weren't set properly as he elevated into that three. But, you know, getting back down on the defensive side here. Nice effort these last few possessions by the Panthers, limiting the Vikings.
Hairston and Haas down low. Carpenter for three. But he expected Jeremiah to take that shot. Carpenter. 10-point lead for Milwaukee. Here's Appleby. Hairston. Great ball movement. Carpenter from the top of the key for
dish. Finds Cohen. Sandy will try a three. That's off the back of the iron. Rebound Word.
And Cohen had a chance with the weak side defense, with weak side action to drive baseline and didn't get that opportunity. Ended up taking a contested three. And that's kind of where he's got to pick his spots and get aggressive.
Kenich trying to find the paint. Good job by Jesperson to keep him out. Now Carpenter will try a three and knocks down.
Aaron Brennan. Put our bigs in that. Basket on Ross.
That one behind. A turnover. Carpenter, the push to Word. Right. The skip to Carpenter for three. And back-to-back three.
Cumberland and Brooks all with 8 apiece. Second half underway. Appleby with the ball. Cleveland State on offense. Another three, and they have not stopped shooting.
A big rainbow three by Khalil. He's got 21, Niagara by 4. Appleby directing traffic, Niagara in the 2-3 zone. Folks, we have 2 minutes left from the Gallagher Center. Anthony Wright. Dribble handoff to Carpenter, now to Highsmith. He'll do likewise to Appleby, curling around the screen. Now to Wright. Anthony Wright has done it all here in the second half. Now to Carpenter. Up top, 4 to shoot. Appleby with it, 2 to shoot. Carpenter an open 3, good, he beat the shot.
And athletic ability.
Reidenauer's had a good moment or stretch here in the second half, but this 3 is wide of the mark. Now it is Highsmith through the baseline to Carpenter. That is a...
If you're Cleveland State, the longer you stay in this game, the tighter Wright State will get. We saw that the last 2 nights.
Carpenter opens the scoring. Ball off the mark. 1 and done again for Wright State. Carpenter, yes. Second bucket.
Still an NCAA tournament team. Now, for the Cowboys, you're talking about a team that also has great wins, including 2 over Kansas, of course, and maybe another opportunity to come if they beat the Sooners in that opening round game. The difference between the two, though, both at 8 and 10 in league play, is that
this is a team that knows how to win close games, too, Fran. They've won 6 of their last 7 games that have been decided by 1 possession, including 2 of 3 here in the Horizon League Championship. No fear in the hearts of these Cleveland State Vikings.
Kenny Carpenter's been excellent to this point on both ends of the floor.
We watched him last night virtually shut down the second leading scorer in the nation, Kendrick Nunn. There's Carpenter right on cue.
He had almost no Division I offers. When Cleveland State got the job, they spotted him at a tournament in Dallas, and they kind of felt like maybe they'd fallen into something. They brought him up 3 days later to Cleveland on a Tuesday, and he committed right away.
There's pass. Got it off, but it was no good. There's Carpenter. And one for Kenny Carpenter.
Arizona in the opening couple games of the tournament, and it happens every year.
What seed were you that year?
We were 13. Yep.
Carpenter.
He's very good around the basket, terrific footwork. And if he gets stuck on him, yeah, he can step outside and hit that three.
Largest lead at 4. Carpenter penetrating and connecting.
Different weapons you can use, and with Greg Campy putting in those different offensive sets, I think it's given him some more confidence.
Marcus Harrison checking in for the first time for the Vikings. 12 to shoot. Carpenter probing. High off the glass. And a
Joyce, good basketball.
Hayes lost the handle. 2-on-1. Vikings looking for their first lead. Carpenter in control, and he gives it to him. Popular topic of conversation, but still, Wolverines as Big Ten champs, certainly with momentum, and now ranked inside the top 10.
And you always wonder what that week or two off will do for a team who's playing hot basketball. They just want to get to the tournament, right? They don't want time to cool down. I'm sure John Beilein can find some things to keep the team competitive and full confidence in him and his staff.
But, I mean, there's no way to tell whether that's good or bad. You do get some rest as Carpenter attacks and finishes.
That last turnover, Jalen Hayes, just a miscommunication between he and Kendrick Nunn. And those two together, 11 for 31. The rest of the team, just 1 for 15. Just Isaiah Brock with 1 field goal.
That was a dunk moments ago. You got to feel like somebody else is going to step up at some point. Carpenter doing that.
Drew McDonald's always been highly skilled, and now he's a guy playing with full confidence as an upperclassman with that skill set and showing it off here tonight. Carpenter through the lane and able to wiggle it home. How have they started to compete in this game?
Yeah, I just think it's an energy thing. And we didn't really see Green Bay kick into gear in that first game, which was all Wright State. But you can get energy from the defensive end. And when you get a steal and a dunk, John Brannon called the timeout. He tried to break that momentum. But Cleveland's off there.
Hairston. Down and out. Put back and one for Kenny Carpenter. Tough pass to Kenich. Tried to draw the foul. Instead found Word. Missed everything. Carpenter there and one! Piece out of the timeout, out of the inbounds, but Bobby Word missed the jumper. Up ahead, Morse's pass. Intercepted by Carpenter. He gets it right back, and the high flyer finishes for the first 2 for the Vikings. 10 from the floor.
Can he get you 14 more points? Can he get to 20? We'll have some work to do.
Carpenter, what good use of a little time. And right now, a 2-possession lead for either team would feel big. Carpenter right through Morse, who kind of tried to pull the chair, and Carpenter.
Many wins with Vitale here, I'll tell you that.
All right, Stenik, LA's Love, and Cleveland State will snatch the first possession of the game. Bobby Word has it. He gets it back to his point guard. And starting tonight is Kasheem Thomas. Thomas with a dribble, takes it out front against Gentry. At the elbow, finds Kenich. Both teams primarily playing man-to-man. Carpenter in against Hughes. Off balance shot, tough from the right side.
They left him open, it backed off of him, and, you know, he missed his first 12, I think, on the season, so he's gotten a little bit more proficient here recently, and all you got to do is have some confidence, and you know, confidence is a big thing in shooting the basketball.
Gives the Raiders the lead at 13-10 on the tray from Ernsthausen. Carpenter off the dribble, hesitation, goes up with the right hand and puts it in. Nice move by Carpenter.
Another really difficult call because he wasn't clearly in established position. Jalen got him on the move, and you know, that's one of those calls could have gone either way. Probably should have gone the other way, but
Carpenter, the leaner off the glass, in Cleveland State playing.
They've had one stretch early where they went 5 possessions without scoring, but other than that, they've scored on, if they get stopped, they score on the next possession.
Carpenter again off the glass, the runner. Back-to-back buckets by
was great.
Carpenter turns the corner in the lane, got the shot to go. Chance to make it a two-possession game here if you're Cleveland State. We have documented how many times they have played in one-possession games this year. Carpenter again, got it.
I'll tell you what.
Okay, I see what you're saying.
Enzio got a good feed into Prawl, and he missed on the reverse. He rarely misses in close like that. Shoots over 64% for the season. That's Carpenter. Only his second.
Going to stay man-to-man here on the inbounds.
Oh, and the inbounds at Carpenter. Right between deep on this one. That's a tough shot.
It was. He just got stuck way too far underneath the basket there.
Here comes Carpenter. Look, but the ball apparently hit out of bounds. And off the inbounds, Carpenter able to shake
the title and ended up losing one, but one of the all-time greats, and they call P.J. Tight for the hold. And Jordan Faust, man, that's good company to be in there in any statistical category.
Well, Small not only passed Jordan Faust, is now tied with Jerry Karstensen for number 22 all-time.
Well, I mean, keep them rolling.
Small is climbing up that list quickly. Karstensen, 1996 to 2000, 1,137 career points.
This is pressure at its purest.
There's a turnover. Benziger leading the Raiders up the court. Both these teams won rock fights in the semifinals. Very low-scoring, defensive-minded affairs last night. Love off the mark again. Spent 21 seasons there before now being in the suburbs of Dayton in his second season with Wright State.
You remember Nate Walters, who played in the NBA as late as this past season with the Jazz. He was a solid star for the Jack.
Holzhausen fell down, saved by Gentry, 10 to shoot for the Raiders. Now 5 on the shot clock. Gentry forced it. Good closeout defense. Inside Kenich. He lost it. And Wright State could add to the lead. Hughes. Great effort by Benziger each time. Gentry short on the 3. And Gentry saves it in the corner. Under 2 minutes to go in the first half. Here, aggressive. Scott Nagy doesn't have a deep Wright State rotation, but he's very liberal with his substitutions. Carpenter the rebound.
It's a blocking foul. So the basket counts. Palambizio.
But again, you got to go up against Isaiah Brock, and that's just not an option for Cleveland State.
One of the top shot blockers in the country, a difference maker. Nunn had that one rejected.
I guess a lot of other guys are feeling that way.
High off the glass, Holland wild shot. Walton, the offensive reset. McDonald trying to work down the lane. Beautiful find across court. But neither team shooting it.
He leads Cleveland State in scoring, and you can see why. Good aggressive drive to the hoop.
McDonald, oh, he thought about the shot. I think he had it there for a second. Now leaves it for Holland in the post. Too strong on the hook. He was going towards the baseline, not the sideline. So how are his feet not in that position? 6th Cleveland State turnover. McDonald quickly back in. Splits a triple team, and Tate wanted nothing with that 17-footer. Turnaround for McDonald, it all but go down. Hairston. Down and out. Put back and one for Kenny Carpenter. Tough catch from Kenich. Highsmith, one of the 3, pulled around sharp, got to the basket, and McDonald was straight up. Carpenter recovers. Only 3 to shoot. Appleby's going to have to beat the tough pass to Kenich. Tried to draw the foul. Instead found Word. Missed everything. Carpenter there and 1.
Get a 3-point opportunity. But when you keep Kenny Carpenter locked on him, it makes it really tough on him.
Locked on him right now as Morse brings the ball up.
Kenny Carpenter out of Detroit Cass Tech.
Has the loose ball. Morse, there's that high ball screen, but couldn't connect. Hartfield with his man down. Couldn't really get his feet set to shoot it. Morse all over Carpenter, goes right through him. Got his own miss, and he's going to the line.
In the morning, you're up to make sure they're in class. You're up to make sure practice plan's done. You're making recruiting calls. You're dealing with alumni. You're talking to the faculty. You got to meet with the AD. It never stops. It's 24/7. And when you see your guys yelling at each other, assistant coach said, I'm not going to have it. 500 significantly, rebuilding their programs. You tell them this game doesn't matter. These kids are playing their tail off.
Morse trying to shake Carpenter and finally has to just come and get the ball.
Got to get him a high ball screen and then get a look.
Boy, great interior passing, but the finish not there for Hager.
Trying to come up with a loose ball, and he saw that. Well done.
And huge for the possession to stay here with Youngstown State down to 3.
They want to get Morris a shot here.
They'll get one for him. Almost banked it in, but that kind of the
Thomas hard to the basket. Pump fake goes up, blocked again by Ernsthausen, and he comes up with a loose ball.
Well, that's the best kind of block because you not only block it, but you recover it.
Here's Hall off balance, off the glass. Not a good shot, and Cleveland State with a rebound.
Up in the air, Loudon.
Well, he missed that free throw badly, and Benzinger the rebound. And back come the Raiders, trying to do something against a 5-point deficit. Gentry into the corner, a wide open Hall, misses the three, and the rebound to Carpenter. Then the board.
That was a good job by Loudon to leave his man.
Raiders need some scoring from some guys who haven't picked up a lot of points tonight. Right now it's Benzinger, fakes the three, pull up, mid-range jump shot, misses it, got his own rebound, tip no good. Carpenter comes back with it. With 2:45 to go, Wright State with the ball and a 12-point lead.
That's the 5th turnover in their last 7 possessions. 5 turnovers in their last 7 possessions. Now here's where you want to run some clock and get fouled because you're going to shoot 2 free throws. You don't necessarily want to shoot 3.
The runner hit the back of the backboard and it bounces off into the hand.
First half.
Hales, who's into the game, he's looking at Carpenter like, hey, I just got in here.
Good hands by freshman Jalen Hall, someone I know you're very high on.
Oh, yeah. Again, this is a terrific freshman class for Scott Nagy.
Well, Joe, we appreciate your time talking about all things bracketology, and stay tuned. Get the coffee working in that bracket bunker.
You bet.
That was Joe Lenardi, resident bracketologist, talking big picture, and there's a lot more of that to come over the next week. Here in the Horizon League Championship, it's a close one, 8th seeded Cleveland State with a 3-point lead over the 2-seed Wright State. Here's Hairston, 2 feet in the paint, got it to go.
Pretty move.
You know, we just saw Loudon Love in the previous game, and do you think it's safe to say, Will, that him and McDonald kind of mirror each other?
McDonald probably more skilled of the two, not the bruiser, as that up and in for Word is their first.
Maybe that's the secret. I know Will Haskett, I could always use a piece in between games.
It'd be impressive if you could have a piece right now. Broadcasting with gum. Difficult. Hairston matches on the other side. Garnett drop. Just beautiful lane work by McDonald and couldn't get the roll.
Chance to tie if you're Cleveland State.
Appleby too clever with the handles, but Kenich bailed him out. Trying to sell contact. Appleby thought about the three. Instead, great ball movement. Word was waiting for it and delivers.
2 of 6 now. He's able to bury that one and knot up at 33. Now Northern Kentucky with a 2-point lead.
Appleby right around Tate. And even though
just 5 points a game, but he shot that one with confidence. If I'm Dennis Felton, that's one you could live with. If he's going to make long twos like that, defensively, that's what you want to give up.
Tough lob from Appleby. Baseline jumper and the equalizer delivered. It's important right now with the momentum in this game.
Now Northern Kentucky back to a 2-3 zone. That's where you want to get the ball. Yeah, right in the middle, though.
Kenich got it back and drilled the triple. State after taking over for Gary Waters.
Yeah, Dennis did a really good job at Western Kentucky before going to Georgia.
Loose ball on the deck. It was a giveaway, but Appleby got it right back. And ball ping-ponging around. No one wants to squeeze it. Good find down low. Carpenter found right. Joe Louis Arena. A few more years to follow in the contract here, and no reason to suspect we won't be coming here for more years to come, as it's become now an annual tradition to get everybody together, neutral site, and a world-class facility to host this 2018 championship on both the men's and the women's side.
World-class is the operative term. This place is awesome.
Kenich shows the range. It's an interesting in the fact that both of the matchups here today, Green Bay against Detroit, Youngstown State against Cleveland State, were rematches of the last regular season game. They play each other back-to-back games transitioning into the season. And every coach, man-to-man, will tell you, I don't want to see a team that we just played, whether it was a win or
off the leg of Carpenter.
Yeah, I agree. Carpenter gets the inbounds, gave it up to Kenich, and won as he fights through it.
You know,
crowd him and make him put it on the floor. Cleveland's, I mean, when you can catch and shoot it and a guy right on you, then you're just not close enough to him.
Here's Hales, switches it to Hairston. Hairston dribble handoff to Thomas. Thomas back to Carpenter. He's double teamed into the corner. Word is wide open for three, and he drains it.
They reversed the basketball, and Mark Hughes didn't hold it. He immediately threw a bounce pass into Loudon Love before the defense could adjust. That's what you have to do. You can't hold the ball and make a pass. It's got to be right away.
Anthony Wright pulling his way inside, back out to Carpenter on the perimeter. Carpenter off the dribble, can't get around Benzinger to Wright, back to Carpenter. Carpenter leaves it for Hairston, straight on three. He's got 2 of them.
See, this is a game between Loudon Love and Mark Hughes. Just a really good two-man game, and Loudon got it back out to Mark, and he got his feet set, had a really good look, and made the three.
Here's Carpenter, hesitation dribble, feeds it down in low to Kenich. Turn around on Love, he lays it in. So Kenich, he's got
Good things happen when you do that.
8 times this year, IUPUI has had their leading scorer be a player coming off the bench. It happened in Sunday's loss at Oakland. Freshman Jalen Manette, who I'm sure we will see shortly, had a career-high 16.
Well, he's just getting better and better.
Kenich for 3. And the lead grows to its largest now at 16 for IUPUI. And Cleveland State won the earlier match by 3 back on January the 18th. Carpenter still has yet to score for Cleveland State. Wright all alone for 3.
Kenich up and under. Can't connect. This is my favorite time of year. You've got all these bids being punched, the tickets to the big dance, and we've had a couple already. And tomorrow night we'll have one more here from the Horizon. 2 more tonight on ESPN Networks. None rejected by Carpenter.
Well, I agree with you, Roy. This
13-3 run for the Golden Grizzlies. Appleby lost the handle. Here comes Nunn in transition. Step back was rejected. Carpenter got a fingertip on it.
Donald has a huge advantage here against Carpenter. He's going to try and hold his ground. Spun through it. Carpenter recovered to get it. But right there to grab it was Williams, and he's going to the free throw line.
Mark typically shoots good in practice from the line. Don't let it define the game, though.
Johnson the rebound. Barnes on at the point guard spot now. Warren Newsom. Barnes. Not much going. Not many touches inside, Justin. That's been the thing here today. Now they get a touch down low and denied on the play, but staying right with it. Johnson can't make it go on 2 attempts.
If they're going to take tough shots from the perimeter, they're going to have to win that way. They're going to have to win by making tough shots. So when you're a good rebounding team, you're going to get rebounds and runouts.
Wade joins the jump pass to Langford in the corner. That was tipped. Ward able to grab it and throw it in.
Crochet in the corner, Larkin. Kev fakes the three, takes in the paint, floater on the way, picked up by Matt, layup, no, tapped up, that miss, loose, Larkin's got it, floater, no good, left it short. This will be Niagara ball. Here comes Apple.